Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. Welcome. Now, what do I talk about? Well, essentially I talk about money. I love current events. I love history. I love tying things together to help everyone understands what it means to follow the money flow. Essentially, I would like everyone to be in a constant state of prosperity by being able to objectively identify economic money shifts so that you go from one economic boom to the next. Now, for some reason, a lot of people seem to think that you have to endure a recession. You do not have to endure a recession. You just have to find the economic booms and you have to ride them to your heart's content. So welcome to my live stream. My name is Tara. I am a digital nomad. I have a degree in business and international economics, and I like to help make sense to things that do not make sense that are happening domestically and globally. I do have a moderator, so I'm suggesting that you add value and you leave comments that are directly correlated to what I'm talking about. People will be muted and or blocked. Next, so that I can help as many people as possible go from broke money to new money to more money, I'm going to ask you to tap that screen and give me hearts. Yes, you can multitask, and I'm asking all of you to multitask. This is not education. This is not entertainment. This is education. This is informational. It is going to require you to focus. If you are leaving me a lot of comments, that means you're not focusing on what I'm saying and you run the risk of getting muted. I want to repeat. If you are leaving too many comments, irrelevant comments, that tells me that you're not focused, and that is how you get identified as a candidate to be muted and or blocked. So please don't send me a message saying that you're blown away by the fact that you were muted for the entire live. Either we vibe, you focus, and I educate you, or you have to sit mute. Now, are you ready to get started? Because I'm ready to get started, okay? Here I am in Asia. It is April Fool's Day for me, so let's get started. My goal is about money. Keep your religious, your racial, and your political preferences outside of my live, and let's focus on getting this money. So if you're ready for me to get started, please tap that screen, because I know I have more people than this in my live stream, and I need you to tap. Now let's get started. Larry Fink. Okay, Larry Fink. Larry Fink is BlackRock CEO. Now, if you've watched me before, I've talked about BlackRock. BlackRock is an investment institution, investment firm that is advocating for domestic and international investors to pull their money out of the United States of America and invest in China. So I want you to keep a close eye. And when I talk about Mr. Larry Fink and BlackRock CEO, I want you to pay really a close attention to this dude, because I'm side-eyeing him. I'm side-eyeing Larry Fink because Larry Fink is not making any sense. So let me get on to it. BlackRock CEO warns that the dollar could lose reserve status to Bitcoin. Oh boy. I'm going to repeat. Larry Fink, Mr. Larry Fink, has come out the day before Liberation Day. Okay, Liberation Day is when global tariffs hit the global economy. Mr. Larry Fink, BlackRock CEO, is essentially saying that the US dollar could lose reserve status to Bitcoin. How does that make any sense? Now, I know ideally, theoretically, I'll give you that, Mr. Larry Fink. But in reality, how is that possible? I understand that the US dollar used to be backed by gold and we got rid of the gold standard. I give you that. But the US dollar is based on business. Hello, Florida. It's based on business. Now, if you don't understand business, Mr. Larry Fink, then you must be confused. You must be confused because business is real. Business provides goods and or services. You're trying to tell me that Bitcoin could replace the US dollar, which is essentially backed by business. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You don't make any sense. Let me tell you what I get. I smell bullshit. I smell bullshit. Let me tell you why. It doesn't make any sense at all on how crypto, Bitcoin, could actually replace the US dollar. Crypto can't replace any currency. I don't care if you use the yen, the ruble, the rupee. You are giving information that's misleading. And you're giving information at a critical point in time where we are dealing with global trade wars. We are dealing with a stock market that's declining. And let me tell you this, Bitcoin is also declining. Bitcoin is also declining. So you are essentially saying that the US dollar is going to be replaced by a currency that is hypothetical. Like, look, I like Bitcoin. Hold on. I like Bitcoin. Bitcoin serves a purpose, but Bitcoin does not serve the purpose that the US dollar serves. I want to be clear. The US dollar and Bitcoin, they are on two different levels. They're on two different, even the yen, currency and crypto, they're in two different leagues. They're in two different leagues. So now that you have a man who is a CEO of an international investment firm coming out on the news saying BlackRock warns that the US dollar could lose reserve status to Bitcoin. Listen, no. And anyone who's believing this, I'm telling you to pump your brakes. For your own economic security and sanity, I'm asking you to mute and to think this through very clearly. That is why I mentioned in my live stream that I like to refer to history. I like to refer to current events. And I like to tie it all together because one thing about humans, I used to work in banking also. One thing about history and people is that history repeats itself. History repeats itself. And when you look at human behavior, when it comes to greed and misleading information, you can actually see what the future has. So let me tell you about Larry Fink. Larry Fink believes that it is mandatory government spending and debt service will consume all government revenue by 2030. So he believes that government spending and debt service will consume all government revenue by 2030. How does that make any sense? He's basically saying that the U.S. economy is going to continue to shrink and our debt service is going to continue to grow. If you're paying attention to what Trump is doing, Trump is working to reposition us economically so that we can service our debt, bring our debt level down, and bolster our economy. So this is a clear sign of someone who's giving misleading information because that's not true. That's not true. Where did y'all go? Come on. Keep up with me. I told you this is an intense live stream. Please keep up with me. I need to see the hearts. I need to see the hearts. I need to know that you're with me. Come on, vibe with me. What he's saying doesn't make sense. Now, on some level, you have to ask, why is he doing this? And I'm going to tell you what I think. Okay? He's also saying that the national debt has grown by 3 times the pace of the GDP. So he says the national debt has grown by 3 times the pace of the GDP since 1989, and he wants a decentralized finance in the future. This man is advocating for the U.S. government to have a decentralized financial system, okay? This is how you know he's tripping. We're talking about Larry Fink. He wants a decentralized financial system, and he wants to make the markets faster, cheaper, and more transparent. Do you understand why the OCC and the FDIC exists? Does anyone fundamentally understand the critical role that the FDIC and the OCC, why? Because you have people like this who are basically trying to perform a cash coup. He is trying to perform a cash heist. I'm sorry, I'm going to tell you what I see. You don't have to believe with me, but I'm going to connect it to you. This man is he's advocating for crypto to be the reserve status, to replace the dollar. That's the first warning sign. He wants Bitcoin to replace the US dollar. Next, he's saying he wants a decentralized finance for the future. Anytime finance is decentralized, let me tell you what happens. Illegal activities. You can go back in history. That's why the FDIC and the OCC exist, because these bankers and these investors can't seem to help themselves. Now, I'm not saying cash is wrong. Cash is good. Cash is king. What my problem is that these folks are acting like they're working for your financial, your economic benefit when they're actually up to something else. So Larry Fink is the same gentleman. BlackRock is the same person who's telling you to pull out of the United States of America and pull your money out of America, put your money elsewhere. Okay, US-based company is telling you to pull your money out of America. Next, this man is saying Bitcoin is going to replace the US dollar as reserves. Now, let me tell you about BlackRock. BlackRock is the largest institutional investor in Bitcoin. BlackRock, Larry Fink, is the largest institutional investor in Bitcoin. He has self-motivated interests. This man is using his position, his status, his global connections to influence the world market to get you to put your money in Bitcoin, which is not regulated and which is not, it's not insured by the FDIC. So why would someone want you to pull out of the US stock market, pull your money out of banks right before Liberation Day, and to put your money into Bitcoin, and he's the largest institutional investor of Bitcoin? Do you not see a cash coup? Do you not see a cash heist? Just as quickly as crypto can appear, crypto can disappear. So this man and HSBC and some of these other people are advocating for you to pull your money out of financial systems that are backed by government structures to protect you financially. You have a man, bold-faced, telling the world to put your money into Bitcoin when he is the largest institutional investor in Bitcoin, which means when Bitcoin goes up, he can cash out, he can get paid, and crypto can disappear. Tap that screen. Tap that screen. Come on. If you can't keep up in my live stream, I'm telling you, you need to scroll. If you can't keep up in my live stream, you need to scroll. And I need you to tap that screen. This is real talk. This is basically a global cash heist that's being performed by people who are in custom bespoke suits, and it's happening right before your face. Anytime people are advocating for you to put your money into a currency that is not insured, that is not government regulated, and he is asking you to move hundreds of millions of billions of US dollars of international currency and to put it in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is not backed by anything except for human emotions, you must understand you're being played. You must trust and believe you're being played. Not everyone that you think you see that's CEO of a company and wears a damn suit and has a name like Larry Fink and a company name like BlackRock, you need to trust. Now, if anyone doesn't know what happened to Enron, does anyone know what happened to Enron? People who invested in Enron lost money from future generations. Okay? Anyone who invested in Enron when Enron existed, they lost money from future generations. Now, these future generations are not born. That's how much people have lost. They lost money investing in bullshit like this. And excuse me for my language, but I'm telling you what I see. Everything just gone. This is real, guys. You think you're getting, you talk about schemes and scams. This is a scheme, a hustle, and a scam on a level that your brain could probably never imagine that could exist. But this is real. This is real. And this is the purpose of my live stream. The purpose of my live stream is to help you understand how money flows, how money shifts, so that you are constantly in a state of prosperity. Not to be in a state of prosperity to lose your money to companies like BlackRock. No, it's to help you understand the motives behind what you read and what you see, so that you can make objective decisions about where you earn your money, where you keep your money, and how you have money for future generations. The purpose is to break generational poverty by helping you understand history, economic trends, money flow, and what is happening in the news domestically and internationally. All right? This is real. So, now that we've established that the information that BlackRock CEO is giving I remind you of Candace Owens. I'm sorry, Chris, you're going to get mute or blocked. I told you if you give comments that are not adding value, you're going to basically cease to exist in my life. So don't do this to yourself. And if you guys keep talking about XRP, you're going to be muted. I'm not talking about XRP. I'm talking about crypto, cash, BlackRock. If you keep trying, you're going to lose access to my live stream. You've been warned. You've been warned. So back on topic, all right? So this is what's going on with BlackRock. Will Bitcoin replace the US dollar? I think it's a pipe dream. I think he's high. I think he's floating in the clouds. Okay, I think he's body surfing in an alternate universe. Thank you for the gift. And I'm asking all of you, if you choose to go down this path, I'm asking you to use some good judgment. I'm telling you from what I see, if the masses move their money, their investment from cash into crypto in a financial asset, financial tool that is not insured, that is not regulated, and it serves secondary and tertiary economic transactions. I'm going to repeat. To me, Bitcoin has a role. Bitcoin's role is the equivalent to facilitating economic transactions that the banking industry more than likely heavily regulates or does not permit. I'm going to repeat that. Crypto has a purpose. Crypto's purpose, in my opinion, is to serve economic transactions that the banking industry, which is regulated, does not permit and or allows or bans. You understand what I'm saying? Read between the lines. That is the purpose of crypto. Crypto allows people who cannot get paid through traditional banking systems to move money and to turn that money into cash dollars. That's real talk. Crypto is not the stock market. The stock market is based off of an actual company, real business. Now, crypto is a form of money, yes, but crypto can disappear like this, like this, like this, like this. 1 minute is here, 1 minute is gone. And that's real talk. That's a part of being in the digital age. In the digital age, things move really, really quickly. And they can be here quickly and they can be gone just as quickly. So if you decide to put your money, vapor, exactly. If you decide to put your money based upon a man in a suit who has the acronym CEO after his name, I'm telling you, you are running the risk of watching a cash heist on a global scale that is legal. And if you don't know what a cash heist is, I suggest you go watch a movie like Ocean's 11 or something like that. You need to go do your research because that's what it allows them to do. That's what it will, hi Aaron, that's what it will allow them to do. And the FDIC is going to tell you to kick rocks. The FDIC is going to tell you to kick rocks because you are not insured. Now, if you think BlackRock is the only business that's losing its mind, let me tell you something else. The FDIC and the OCC has now given banks approval to engage in crypto. The FDIC and the OCC has just told banks that they can engage in crypto as long as they manage their risk. If you know anything about banks, when the economy is good, banks like to give out risky loans. Banks like to give out risky loans. They're called subprime loans. And what happens is that banks go so far with subprime loans that the government has to come and bail them out. So if banks have a long-standing history of greed and mismanagement, why would the FDIC and the OCC give banks approval to engage in a ether type of currency that is neither here nor there? Suspicious, don't you think? They're all in cahoots. All of these investors and banks are in cahoots. That's how you know the economy is struggling. When you have white-collar people engaging in activities of this nature just to make their quarterly targets, That's telling me that you're not the only ones who are financially struggling. When bespoke suits, white collar suits, are doing such actions, you must hold on to your cash like it's one of your children. Did you hear me? When you have white collar people, banks, investment institutions playing these types of games, you need to hold on to your cash like it's one of your children. And if you don't have kids, then your beloved kitty or your beloved puppy. That's what you need to do with your money. We are in unscrupulous times, and the proof is in the pudding. Now, my next topic, okay? Liberation Day. Liberation Day hits stock markets worldwide. Now, what is Liberation Day? Well, it's called Tap That Ass with Tariffs. Liberation Day is called Tap That Ass with Tariffs. Now, what is happening? Trump is basically spreading tariffs around like peanut butter on bread. Now, why is he doing this? Well, the U.S. has a long history of having trade deals that are doing an economic disservice to the globe, to our domestic economy. So now that we have economies worldwide that have been strengthened by global trade, we, the U.S., we're looking to have more equitable and more fair trade deals that have nothing to do with tariffs. Now, if some of you don't know this, we have been paying tariffs as U.S. consumers on a number of goods coming from other countries. And now that we are leveraging tariffs back, they are getting really nipple sensitive, okay? They're getting so nipple sensitive, I am actually handing out baby bottles, okay? Some of these countries and executives and investors, I am sending them personally addressed baby bottles because they're acting like bitch ass babies. Their job is to invest. Their job is to come up with trade deals. And the way that these executives and these policymakers are acting, I am questioning their ability to perform their job on behalf of the global citizens. And I speak really directly, so you're going to have to excuse me because that's how they're acting. So we have Liberation Day, and that is hitting the stock markets. Now, how do you think it's going to hit the stock markets? Well, it's going to hit the stock markets by placing downward pressure. This is not our first tariff rodeo. Okay? We are not global citizens. Well, if you're not global citizens, where are you? Are you on another planet? If you're not a global citizen of Earth, then you must be surfing on Mars. Okay? You just got blocked. You just got blocked. Now back to Liberation Day. The S&P and the Dow, okay, the S&P and the Dow S&P and Dow gained back a little. So the S&P and Dow have gained a little bit of ground, okay? If you've been paying attention, the S&P and Dow, they have basically been taking a dive. And now recently they have taken a little bit, they've gone up just a little bit. Guys, don't get your hopes up. If you know anything about economic factors and if you know anything about the economy, you would understand that there are certain things that actually influence the stock market. You have spending, you have investment, you have consumer confidence, you have innovation. Those are things that are legitimate factors that influence a stock market. Well, John, I don't think it has to crash. I don't believe the stock market has to crash. It's only going to crash because you have companies like BlackRock and you have banks like Citibank, who's being investigated by the FBI, and HSBC, who's telling you to do things that do not make sense. I want to repeat, the stock market does not have to crash. It only crashes when people refuse to follow the cycles of the economic cycles. Business cycles. Just like nature has cycles and human life has cycles, money has cycles. The only time a market has to crash is when people keep interfering and they're not allowing money flow to regulate itself. Seriously, thank you for the gift. John, sweetheart, we're already there. We're already there. Now, here's the thing. Only some people are going to deal with a recession / a depression. John asked the question, are we going to experience a depression? Only some people are going to experience a recession and depression. You need to listen very carefully to what I'm saying. When we think of an economic recession and or depression, you think it's around the board. You think that we're in this together. You think this is like some type of social economic experience in which we're all going broke together. No. Have I shocked y'all? Where are you at? Come back to me. Come back to me. Where are you? Where are the hearts? Come back to me. No. Just because there's an economic recession / depression, that doesn't mean that everyone's going to financially suffer. There is an economic boom. There's an economic boom happening at the same time. That is why I say that my live stream is about money flow. If you follow the flow of money, then essentially you are experiencing prosperity. It's only people who refuse to follow the rules of the money game that experience a recession / depression. This is real talk. Money does not disappear. Money moves. And the problem is that people who refuse to move, they financially experience a financial recession or economic depression. Really? Even during the Great Depression, the entertainment industry was booming. Listen to me. During the Great U.S. Depression, the entertainment industry was booming. It was booming. Thank you for the gift. Have I shocked y'all? Come on. Thank you for the gift. Come back to me. Tap that screen. You didn't know this. You didn't know that you could have an economic depression, recession, and an economic boom at the same time? That's why you're in my live stream, everyone. Welcome to my live stream. Yes. So when I talk about the money flow and following the money, that's what I mean. If you follow the flow of money and you replicate the actions of the rich and the powerful, and you perform it at a scale that's relevant to you, you go from prosperity to prosperity to prosperity. Money moves. Money never disappears. You must implant that in your head. Drill it. Drum it. You have gotten so accustomed to being employed. You have gotten accustomed to government handouts and welfare that you don't understand the flow of money. Okay? Let me know if you're ready. All right? When I see those hearts, I can proceed. When I see those hearts, I can proceed. Come on. Come back to me. Come back to me. All right? Come back to me. We can do this. You can handle this. You can handle this. So the S&P and the Dow has ended higher, okay? But the heavy hitters like the Magnificent Seven still is slipping slower. So the S&P and the Dow have peaked up. They've gone up a little bit. But the Magnificent Seven, the heavy hitters, are still declining. So you have a stock market that's trying to bring itself back up, but the heavy hitters are still down. So what do you say about this? That, to me, I would proceed with caution. If the titans of the market are still sliding down, I would proceed with great care before I place my money in a market where people are trying to tell you that we're going to have a double bottom and we're going to have a bull spike. I would not move that way. They're buying crypto, but I already told you. I already told you about crypto. Crypto's great. But this is, if you want cash, you might want to proceed with caution. Okay? When the Magnificent Seven are sliding down and the stock market is trying to fight it. They're trying to fight the inevitable. The stock market is trying to bring itself back up when the Magnificent Seven and the titans of the market is coming down. I would tell you, you might want to pause. Just pump your brakes. Wait this one out. That's just my point of view. You can do as you please. Now, let me tell you something. The world markets have dipped lower and gold has spiked. Okay? Gold has spiked. Now, if you don't know, Gold has a indirect correlation to the market. Okay, when the market goes up, gold goes down. When the market goes down, gold goes up. That's just how it works. So gold is going up. The stock market is trying to fight the inevitable. You are dealing with times where we are shifting our finances. Our economy is in a state of transformation. Now, people seem to think that gold is the safest place to be. Gold is lovely. I love gold. I love gold bullion. I love 23, 24 karat gold. But let me tell you something, guys. You're investing in gold because you are questioning the stock market, okay? You're questioning the stock market. So you put your money in gold because gold is going up. I believe earning more cash is more beneficial than gold. You see, you're going from one investment tool to the next. That is one form of earning money, yes. But to me, gold can go up, gold can go down. Cash is king. That's what my live stream is about. My live stream is about cash. My live stream is about not per se you investing in crypto or you investing in the stock market. No, my live stream is about telling you about economic booms so that you can insert yourself into an economic boom and you can earn real money off of real skills, off of real technology that stacks your bank. I have a different perspective. Investing is great. But I believe that we should earn money at a higher rate. And gold only goes so far. I know y'all feel an itch. You have like an itch that you have to go from gold to crypto to the stock market. But I believe when you are in a market that is economically sound, that is backed by innovation, it's backed by investment, it's backed by people who are creating based off of skills and knowledge, that's why I like to earn money. And then when you have extra money, you have more money, then you go play in rich man's games. But if you don't have rich man money and you can't afford or handle the risk of the rich people game, I would say that you might want to stack that cash. Stack that cash before you lose your ass. Stack the cash before you lose your ass. And how do you stack your cash? You have to be able to earn money in an industry that is booming while you're having an economic recession and or depression. Are you with me? I confused y'all. Cash is king. You invest in gold because you're trying to earn more cash. But I'm asking you to maybe learn how to earn more cash legally, legitly, at a rate that's faster than what you're going to get from gold. Said banks, don't ask me that, baby. Said banks, don't ask me that. Don't ask me what you should do. I need you to focus on what I'm saying. I need you to focus on what I'm saying. My live stream is about following the flow of money based on real investment. Investment in companies that are producing technologies that are real. That's what I'm focused on. Don't ask me about that other stuff. You're going to get blocked. All right. So world markets are dropping. Gold has spiked and uncertainty has gripped the market over tariff announcements. Now, tariffs. Tariffs serve a purpose. They do serve a purpose. Do they cost more money? Yes. Are there short-term, mid-term consequences to tariffs? Yes. Tariffs are only a problem when people refuse to come to the table and act like economically sane, well-balanced individuals. When you do not understand your role, your purpose in the global economy, and you start to get confused about how this system works, then you have problems like tariffs. Now, these tariffs would not have to happen if people actually came to the table like real businessmen, like real G's, and can objectively analyze what is happening and understand the economic flow of money. We are going through this time of trade tariff wars because there are people in power who do not understand how this fundamentally works. This is like the jungle. Let me tell you, in the jungle, you have the lion, you have the snake, you have the horse, you have all these different animals in the jungle. Without these different animals, there's no jungle. So when people understand the role that they play in this economic jungle, then you have a global economy that is flowing. We're all winning. It's only when nations that are trying to be what they're not and influence the market in a way that they cannot, that we end up with issues like this. For example, the US is a consumer-based economy. What does that mean? We buy. We buy. Why do we buy? Because we have economic power to buy. Not every country and its citizens have the same economic purchasing power of the US. So what do these countries do? They actually manufacture and produce goods for United States to buy, because they perform a production manufacturing role in this global economy. And by performing that role, they are able to stimulate their economy, provide jobs for their citizens, and we're all able to prosper. You have China, great country, great history. Okay, I love history. So I want you to know I love ancient great countries and histories. But recently, China has been able to economically gain a strong footing because they've been engaging in global trade. When an economy is closed off from the world, you can look back in history and see the effects of a closed economy. We are people. All of us are people. We may look differently, we may speak different languages, we may eat different foods, but essentially, fundamentally, we all need the same thing. We all need, especially Africa, exactly. We all have the same needs. Now, you need people to be able to buy your goods to earn an income. So if the buyers, the heavy hitter buyers are in the US, and your buyers are asking you to come to the table to renegotiate things, why would you not renegotiate when you know you're going to stack bank? Why would you be resistant to negotiating tariffs when you know the money is going to flow in your direction, because United States citizens love to buy? So let me tell you why you would not want to get rid of your tariffs on the US. It is my belief some of these countries do not want to get rid of their tariffs that have existed for a long time. I want you to understand. U.S. citizens have been paying tariffs on goods and you never knew. The reason why these countries do not want to get rid of their tariffs is because they lack competitiveness. When you are not able to compete without if you're not able to compete without economic crutches, when you get rid of tariffs, it actually exposes your economy. It exposes your business model. It actually exposes what is happening. That is why they're fighting so hard not to get rid of their tariffs on the US. When you have true competition, like in a boxing ring or in the Olympics, it's gloves off. So the fact that these other economies are not willing to take their tariff gloves off and come to the economic ring and battle it out for the money, for the market share, that tells me your economy is weak. Your business structures are not sound. And you're using tariffs to mark up, to prop up the valuation of your company and the value you're bringing to the global economy. That's my point of view. Where are you? Have I lost y'all? That's the only reason why a country would not get rid of their tariffs. If we are involved in a global economy and we understand that free trade, global free trade brings riches. Why would you be hesitant on stripping yourself, your economy, of tariffs unless you're trying to protect something and or hide something? That is why you have the EU and Canada. They're all scrambling because they are not ready to shift, to adapt, and to become more competitive. They're hiding behind tariffs and they think they're entitled to our money, to our purchasing power, while they're charging us more money than they should. It's like going to Walmart. It's going to Costco. You want the best prices. Well, to have the best prices, you cannot have tariffs. So you think that Trump is just putting tariffs because he's lost his orange hair. No, Trump is a businessman. He understands the value of free trade. He understands, but China has the best prices in the world. I know. So if they have the best prices in the world, why do you need tariffs against the U.S.? China has had tariffs against the United States for a long time. I want you to listen to me. China has had tariffs against the U.S. for a long time. It's only now that the US is getting serious about putting tariffs back. So the Chinese economy is strong. The Chinese economy is great at producing goods at a price that the United States loves. So why not do what you're good at? Why are you fighting over tariffs instead of making money, getting investment, and doing what you're good at, which is creating goods for people to buy? This is simple. So you have these grown people who are fighting over tariffs, and all they have to do is go to a country club, order a dinner, have some females come, and sit down and come up with a deal that makes sense for everyone in the world. It's very simple. They're making this more complicated than it needs to be. And when someone makes this more complicated than it needs to be, that means there's a lie someplace. There is a lie someplace. No one has to scramble. Do you see Trump? Do you see Trump scrambling over tariffs? Do you see Trump scurrying around? Do you see Trump scurrying around like a mouse because other countries are getting ready to put tariffs on us? No. You know what Trump is doing? Trump is going to the Middle East, and he's securing trillion-dollar investments in the U.S. economy. That's what Trump is doing. You have the EU, Canada, and all these other countries who are scurrying around trying to figure out what they're going to do. And Trump is going to the Middle East and getting trillions of dollars of investment, because investment is where the money's at. Investment is what stimulates the economy. Tariffs hurt the economy. Investments grow the economy. So while everyone else is trying to battle with us over trade tariffs, Trump is securing trillions of dollars of investment that's going to be infused in the U.S. economy. Now, since I presented this information to you, now do you understand? The whole puzzle doesn't make sense. It does not make sense at all. Markets are supposed to decrease. That is what happens when the GDP drops. When the GDP drops, the economy slows down, and the markets, the stock markets, are supposed to cool off. That is the natural flow. High, low, hot, cool. The stock market cannot handle a cooling market. These people who are licensed, who are educated, who are trained to earn money in a bear market and a bull market, they are acting like they have no education at all. And when people who are supposed to be analytical and be able to analyze the markets with support and resistance lines, trend lines, Fibonacci lines, they have all this analysis, and these people cannot handle the market declining over some damn tariffs. They act like tariffs just descended from space and just landed in front of us like an alien. That doesn't make sense. What that tells me is that you have people who are investing, who are managing your money, who are full of shit. Grade A, 100% pure, farm to table bullshit. That's what it tells me. I have a degree in economics. I understand the principles of economics and business. Do you see me running around like a chicken with his head cut off? No. So when you have investors who are supposed to be trained, who's supposed to be managing your money, crying worse than a baby about a stock market declining, that tells me you're a fraud. That tells me you're not real. And that tells me I cannot trust you with my money. Stock market or crypto market, I can't trust you. Real talk. What you do with this, I don't care. I'm telling you, it doesn't make sense. And when it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make money, or it will lose you money. Now, here's my next story. Analysts right now, as of today, they see a bullish signal. Okay, analysts say they see a bullish signal in the S&P and Dow, but total weekly trading volume is below the 10-week average. So you have analysts saying, hey, we see a bull. It's like a pig flying over a moon. It's like the cow flying over the moon. You have these analysts basically saying they see a cow, a bull that's flying over the moon, and they got a bullish signal. I'm telling you, these people are full of it. If the Magnificent Seven is going down, Trump is battling trade wars. Okay, he's doing his version of Hunger Games with trade wars. And you have analysts telling you that they see a bullish signal. What they see is bullshit signal. It's a fake signal. Because the economic fundamentals do not support what the hell these analysts are seeing. I don't know how much Gatorade they have had. I don't know where they've been surfing or doing yoga. But I'm telling you, this bullish signal that they're telling you they see with the S&P and 500, I would proceed with great care. Where you go? Are you still with me? Tap the screen. Just because a so-called analyst tells you they see a bullish signal, I take a step back and say, Trump is having Liberation Day. You have banks that are cutting, saying that the stock market looks bleak for 2025. You have all these other things happening, and they're asking you to hone in on a bullish signal at one point in time. That's bullshit. That's isolation. When you invest with an isolated perspective, you run the risk of going for broke. Okay? Total weekly trading volume is below the 10-week average. Okay? Trading volume is down. And analysts believe that there's going to be a double bottom on the horizon and April will be a bull month. These analysts are hoping, wishing, based upon past historical behavior of April, that there's going to be a double bottom on the horizon and April is going to be a bull month. Now, I'm not sure if you know this. Past performance is not an indicator of future or current performance. I'm going to repeat. Past historical performance is not an indicator of present or future performance. Has anyone heard that before? Tap the screen, give me hearts. These people are telling you based upon the past how April has performed. But has April performed under a Liberation Day? Has April performed under trade wars? Has April performed with so many different factors like the government slashing spending? This is how you know they're lying to you, people. You have Trump cutting government spending. You have the U.S. Treasury Secretary telling you the government, the economy is too reliant on government spending. Government spending is being cut. Companies are laying people off and citizens are having a hard time getting a job. And you have these analysts, fake ass analysts telling you that April, they believe it's going to be a double bottom and on the horizon and that April is going to be a bull month. April may be a bull month. But in my point of view, the fundamentals don't make sense. History is not an indicator of present or future performance. So if you're listening to these people who are analysts, who are not analyzing, they're giving pipe dreams, smoke and mirrors, where do you think you're going to end up? Where do you think you're going to end up? Think about that and tap that screen. When we are in a consumer-based economy, if the government's cutting spending, businesses are cutting spending, there are trade wars, there are investment wars, there are consumers have low confidence. How in the hell do you think April in 2025 is going to perform like it did when the economy was strong, the economy was booming, and the past administration was printing money like goddamn teardrops? Maybe not teardrops, maybe printing money like air. Are you with me? This is why I told you is your ability to think and to take a step back and look at the big picture is really important. That is how you're able to ascertain money flow, real life money flow, legitimate money flow. Okay? Are you with me? Now, I'm not going to be on much longer. So anyone who wants to learn how to earn money in this economic boom that's happening, let me tell you what you need to do. You can wait for me to tell you, or you can go to my profile because my website is there. I did tell you there's an economic boom. It is happening in the digital industries. You can earn money legally, legitimately, using the same technologies that are putting you out of a job. Real talk. I told you companies, they invest at the right time. They get knowledge and they stack that bank. That is the recipe to riding an economic boom. Did you hear me? Right timing, the right small amount of investment, and getting knowledge and skill sets that allows you to earn cash. I'm not talking about cash from gold. Cash and gold is good. I'm talking about bank, 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 bank. Bank, 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 bank. Using digital technologies in a digital age. So let me bring this home, all right? Goldman Sachs slashed the outlook on the S&P. All right? Goldman Sachs has slashed their outlook on the S&P and the economy. So you have analysts telling you they see a bullshit signal. You have analysts telling you they see a bullish bullshit signal, and Goldman Sachs, another bank, has basically slashed their outlook on the S&P and the economy. They believe that the average tariff rate is going to be 18%. You know, Liberation Day? They believe the average tariff rate is going to be 18%. They believe that GDP growth is going to be 1.5%. And they predict a recession goes from 20% to 35%. Now, if you don't know, when the economy is booming, we're usually around a 3%, 2 to 4%. When the economy is strong and good, we're at around 2.5%. That's when the economy is roaring. That's good. Goldman Sachs is saying they predict GDP growth to be 1.5%. They're also saying that they predict a recession to be not 20%, but 35%. 35%. So when you hear analysts tell you that they see a bullshit signal, bullish bullshit signal, I'm telling you, pause. Bullshit. Pause. I don't care what title you put after your name. CEO, analyst, HSBC, Citibank, BlackRock. I don't give a damn what you put after your name. If the numbers don't make sense, you don't make sense, and it does not make sense. Are we clear? Now, I said this before. The purpose of me educating you in my live stream is to change how you see the world, to influence your mind to think objectively and critically, to help you reconcile with the fact that you can have a recession and you can have an economic boom at the same time. It's like two sides of a coin. You can have both operating at the same time. I need you, when you get off my live stream today, I need you to sit with that. We live in a reality that's a duality. Yes, no, hot, cold, on, off, recession, boom. Recession, boom. You with me? Good. Now, how do you get from the broke money side to the new money side? Well, you go where money is actually being invested in something that is producing technology and innovation that improves the quality of our life and it improves our ability to earn an income. Are you with me? That's a sound. That's logic. It is stable. It is safe. It is sound. That's what I believe in. Safe, sound logic. Okay? I want you to put stop with this BS, this hype, and I need you to start thinking things through. If you make something and no one buys it, that good or service is worthless. If you want to create something and you don't have investment in it, it doesn't matter how many ideas you have, it's worthless. So when you have hundreds of millions, billions, and trillions of dollars being invested in digital technologies like cybersecurity, AI, quantum computing, chips, robotics, humanoids, AI, automations, e-learning, that's real life stuff. That's real. It's not in the ethers. It's real. That's one of the strongest signs that that is a sound area, industry, where you can secure an income and thrive. It's only when you refuse to shift from old money earning systems that you suffer an economic recession or depression. Now, the second problem is that a lot of you have grown accustomed to being spoon-fed. You've grown accustomed to people paying you just because you show up. You've grown accustomed to filling out an application at the government and getting money. You've become in a state of mind that is actually serving to your detriment right now because the world is changing. The digital industry is actually eradicating. It is destroying things that you have known for 20, 40, 50, 60, 80 years. You're used to the government giving you a social net to protect you no matter what. Do you know that the United States of America, when it was founded, there was no Social Security, there was no welfare, there was no food programs? Do you know that? It was the wild, wild west. It was each man for himself. We have now come full circle. We have come full circle And even though that we're living in a modern times, if you don't understand, Trump is slashing spending on government support social systems that you have become used to, like a safety net. He's getting rid of the safety net because most of you are able to earn an income and you just don't know how until now. Some of you have been stuck in poverty and hardship and lacked opportunity due to your location, due to your education level, your location, your education level. It's been one issue after the other. But because of digital technologies, it is actually leveling the playing field. So it doesn't matter if you're a high school dropout, a college dropout, a stay-at-home mom, you can be anywhere in the world. Because of technology like the cell phone, it has expanded the global reach and has allowed you to earn money digitally online without having to go back to school, without having to beg for a loan, without having to get a hookup from your friends and family. You can now get yourself reskilled, have technology similar to like Apple or Amazon that earns you income legally, legitly, 100%. And you never had that opportunity before. And you only can do that now because of innovations in the digital age. Now, what am I talking about here? What's the circle rundown? I'm telling you, you're getting blocked or muted with that question. All right, now get back on topic. Because I don't care. I told you to keep your political, your religious, and your racial preferences out of my live. I told you that. Told you that. I don't care about that. What I care is about human beings, humans earning money. I care about humans riding economic booms and becoming wealthy human beings. That's all I care about in my life. I don't care about anything else. Are we clear? Now, back on topic. The digital industry is a wealthy industry. You are using some of the technologies now. When you do Uber Eats, you ask for an Uber car, you actually do online dating. You do online dating. You're using digital technologies to find love and employment and order services and conveniences. Now, I'm asking you to imagine this. I'm asking you, instead of using these technology to spend money, I'm asking you to imagine using these technologies to earn an income where you can have a 2-hour workday, where you can get paid daily and you earn 100% of the profits. Listen to what I'm saying. And if anyone who's impatient, all you have to do is go to my profile, my website's there. Now back on topic. I want you to imagine not having to commute and traffic for 2 to 4 hours. I want you to imagine not having to sit at a job for 8 to 12 hours. I'm asking you to imagine not having to stand on your feet for 18 hours to earn an income. I'm asking you to imagine not having to get government assistance or asking your friends or your family to help you pay for your rent. I'm asking you to imagine earning 100% profits and getting reskilled in an industry that is booming and lucrative. I'm asking you to imagine this. Because of the digital age, it is leveling the playing field. It is getting rid of that pyramid scheme dream that kept a number of you from prospering. This is huge. Yes, my gray hairs are coming back. Love it, eat it, lick it, okay? Suck it. That's what you can do. My gray hairs are coming back. You can lick it, you can suck it. That's what you can do. Sorry, guys. Listen, guys, only thing I care about is money. I don't give a damn what you think about my gray hair. Now imagine being able to earn an income where you can get yourself out of an income bracket that's not at the poverty line or below the poverty line. This is real talk. This is real talk. You now have this opportunity. And you need to thank companies like Google and IBM and Microsoft and NVIDIA and Anthropic for changing your life. This is huge. And you're going to hear me say that. Now, what is this? The e-learning industry. The e-learning industry is a part of this economic boom. Now, the e-learning industry, it's online learning. Now, typically when you think of online, you think of people who have to create their own product. You have to create something. No, that is old money ways. You don't have to create anything to earn a profit. Let me give you an example. Some of you like to go, what restaurants you like to go to? You like to go to Pete's Coffee or Starbucks, okay? You like to go to Pete's Coffee or Starbucks. Pete's Coffee and Starbucks, they're a franchise. But the original people who started Pete's Coffee or Starbucks, they did all the work. The original founder of Pete's Coffee or Starbucks are the ones who did the hard work to establish the brand. Now, when someone wants to get a franchise, a Starbucks franchise, guess what they have to do? They don't have to recreate the work because they have the marketing campaign. They have everything already created. All they have to do is get the right location and they build bank because someone did the work for them. Now, back to you. When I'm telling you, you don't have to create anything to have a successful business that does not cost you money and you earn 100% of the profits off of a 2-hour workday and daily pay, you really must sit with what I'm saying. You need to sit with it. There is a new way of earning money that will allow the people who take action to jump financial light years over all of you. I'm going to repeat this. Economic booms happen every 15 to 25 years. You happen to be alive at a time where an economic boom is happening right now. There's been many, but you've been asleep at the wheel. Sleep at the wheel. So I'm going to tell you about this. The digital wave, the digital industry has created microeconomic booms in which everyday normal people can benefit. Now, you probably can't afford AI. Okay, I'm going to tell you that. You probably can't do anything with quantum computing. You probably can't do anything with humanoids and robotics. But e-learning is sweet. It is stable. It is safe. It is beginner friendly. It is a low investment. And let me tell you what you get. Anyone who worked or knows anyone that works for Amazon warehouse, you know that Amazon warehouse has automations and robotics. Amazon has invested in automations and robotics to improve its ability to service its customers and improve its profits. That's what Amazon did. Google has invested in technology and software programmers that allows it to be competitive. Now, what does this have to do with you? In the e-learning industry, there is an automated system that's already created. This automated system allows you to have a 2-hour workday. It helps you get daily pay, and it allows you to earn 100% profits. And this is in the e-learning industry. It uses AI, automations, and it's online. I said an automated system, which means it's autopilot. The same technologies that are putting you out of your job, the same technologies that are going to get rid of Uber drivers. You know, Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, there's going to be self-driving cars that are going to replace human drivers. So instead of fighting these technologies, I'm asking you to imagine this. A low investment one time gets you an automated system that's in the e-learning industry. The e-learning industry is a $1.5 billion daily industry and is projected to double by 2027. When it's projected to double, that means this is a real bull market. Unlike the stock market, the e-learning industry is a real bull market that's based off of technologies like AI and automations that is based on right now in the future. This is how you flow with the money. You stop listening to fake analysts and you start looking at what are people competing over. Well, Google, Apple, Microsoft, IBM, they're all competing on AI and quantum computing because that's where the money's at. So you now have an opportunity to invest in an automated system, one-time investment, no monthly fees, and a low investment that gets you an automated system, 2-hour workday, daily pay, 100% profits in the e-learning industry. 1. 2, you get reskilled. You get reskilled and the technology at the same time. How much does this cost? It's a one-time payment of $100 or one-time payment of $300 or one-time payment of $600. I'm going to repeat. One-time payment of $600 or $300 or $100. You get the technology that's already built and you get reskilled. You can't earn money off of skills that are taking you to broke bank. I'm going to repeat this because I'm getting off soon. If you are not earning enough money and you are trying to make a wish off of 2 pennies and trying to turn it into $1, that means your knowledge and skill sets are not aligned for this current economic boom. And to earn money from this current economic boom, you need right time. The time is now. You need to be reskilled. Got that here. And you need the technology to leverage it so you can have a 2-hour workday. 2-hour workday. 2-hour workday. This is not multi-level marketing. This is not cold calling. This is not network marketing. This is not affiliate marketing. This is not small commissions. There's no middleman. There's no drop shipping. There's no inventory. There's no employees. It's it. Now, how do you earn income? Well, you get educated. And that knowledge that you get taught tells you, shows you how to earn an income from the automated system. Now, what makes this automated system so special? Because you can have it up and running within 72 hours, which means all you need is a domain. You plug your domain into the automated system and you get taught every single day what to do. Beginner friendly, step-by-step live training that teaches you what you need to know to earn money digitally, online, anywhere in the world. All the profits are yours. You do not work for me. I want to repeat, you do not work for me. You work for your damn self. If you invest in an automated system that's already built, that's cheaper than your cell phone, cheaper than your gaming system, cheaper than your flat screen TV, all the money you earn, 100% from your automated system is yours. I'm going to repeat. You invest one time in your automated system. 100% of the money that you earn is yours. Has nothing to do with me. Your automated system, your 2-hour workday, your daily pay, your 100% profits, it's yours. Now, what do you think about that? Now, what do you do? Well, I don't give out my website. I do not give out my website on my live. If you want to know what to do, you need to go get it. It's on my profile. You go to my website, all the information's there. Low investment, one time, beginner friendly, a 4-year-old can do. High school dropout, college dropout, life dropout, stay-at-home mom. You can be a former executive that just got fired. You can be a former Wall Street person who just got fired because guess what? Quantum computing can do a better job than most of these Wall Street people. It doesn't matter. You can be Ivy League degree. You can be rich, broke, rich. It doesn't matter. I told you the digital industry is leveling the playing field. That means the people who couldn't get ahead can now get ahead. I told you, it's on my profile. I don't give out my websites. I don't deal with lazy. When you want money, you got to go get that money. Stop asking me questions, and now it's time for you to take action. It's time for you to take action. I do not handhold. I do not mollycoddle. You don't need confidence to do this. You need knowledge. You need technology, and you need to take action right now. I can only show you where the money's at. If you can't go get this bag, I can't help you. Very simple. Humanoids are coming. If you don't believe me, look up the CEO of NVIDIA. NVIDIA is a great company. Great company. Unbelievable technology. The CEO of NVIDIA said that humanoid robots are not 5 years away. They're a few years away. That means humanoid robots are about 3 years away. If you don't know what a humanoid robot is, they will outdance you. They will outwork you. They will out everything you. So you are now at a point in time where either you take this opportunity to get ahead or you get left behind. When you have CEOs like Anthropic and NVIDIA basically tell you that you have this amount of time to get your life straight, and you have the President of the United States and the U.S. Treasury Secretary saying, you need to get your shit straight. That's exactly what it means. You, as a human who has any interest in eating and thriving, is going to have your own business because companies no longer need humans in the same capacity anymore. Listen to me. You will be replaced by humanoids, quantum computing, and AI. Automations, you will be replaced. This is the modern day version of the Industrial Revolution. So what do people, real life people do? You have to have your own job, which is why I told you there was a period of time in U.S. history where there were no social programs. If you ate, it's because of your efforts. If you had a roof over your head, it's because of your efforts. If you did none, you were on the street. So it's no different. So if you don't want to be unemployed, you don't want to be generationally poor, and you don't want to experience a recession, you have to find a way to generate an income. And I just gave it to you. It's risk averse, it's stable, it's lucrative, it's beginner friendly. There's no gatekeeper, there's no licenses, there's no permits, there's no regulators. You don't have to know anything because everything is created and you will be taught what you need to know. Now, I just told you that the recession, okay? Goldman Sachs just said the recession is not 20%. It's going to be 35%. I've given you every proof in the book that tells you you need to get in gear. Now, 99% of y'all still do not believe that poo-poo stinks. And if you don't believe poo-poo stinks, I'm going to leave you where I found you with no remorse, which is broke money. The rest of you who have an interest in thriving and learning the skills of following money flow, economic money flow, and stacking money and generational wealth, I just gave you priceless information that you can pass on to future generations, but that requires you to take action and take action now. Don't tell me you can't afford this because you can't afford to be broke or hungry. You can't afford that. You can't afford to be homeless. Some of you think that you can protest. You can protest what the government's doing, and you can protest that companies are laying you off. How did you buy that sign and that stick? If you can take enough initiative to go protest a company like Tesla, that means you can take your ass, start your own business, and earn your own income. Real talk. If you can be motivated to go protest and destroy other people's property, you can take that same fire, make your own income, and live a life that's worthy of you. So stop bitching, stop moaning, stop complaining, stop asking, and go get it. And let's tap this cash together. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your heart. I appreciate you. I hope you've learned something. And I'm praying to every person that you hear me. You don't have to be laundry. You just got booted. Okay, laundry? You just got booted. I'm praying that you guys take action now. You can afford this. You can do this. I don't care about your family history. I don't care about your stability, wellness stability. You need to focus your energy and you need to get this money. Get it while you can. Because if you come too late, the money's gone. Take action. What can I do first? Go to my profile, go to my website. That's what you need to do. I'm out. Thank you.